Stadium, Baton Rouge. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Guys, I caught up with the Texas A&M head coach before the game. He understands both teams are in the top 25. Both teams are quality with a lot of talent on the rosters. But he believes this stadium can make a difference. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football. They have been pumping in crowd noise all week at practice to make sure they are prepared for this moment. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bussey. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the snap, it's Owens. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and this crowd getting even more juice.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
We talked about it earlier. Now this home crowd making life difficult. Here's Reed to throw. The short hands, it's Horton. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Now here's Reed. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Off and running. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Aggies.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with some flair, a 73-yard touchdown pass. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's Berry. Breaks into the open. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked. Maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
He wants it all. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Into the end zone for 6. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, Dave.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about him after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Running back searching for a hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Throwing Reed. Fires to the middle. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Picked off, and this one could go all the way back.
What a play by this defense. You got the offense backed up. You stay aggressive, break on the football, make a big play, and your offense is jacked up inside the 5-yard line with a chance to punch this in and get some points on the board.
They'll run it. It's Berry. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, LSU! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Reed. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers. He'll try to tack on one more. kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bussey. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. Reed. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. This quarterback part of their running game. Could be an alley. Electrifying play, and man, are they set up now at the 32-yard line.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Here's Reed to throw. On target over the middle. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And the defense, got him at the 27. And the Aggies are in the hurry-up.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. Deafening noise, Reed trying to cut through it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Reed to throw for it on fourth. Caught. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he's in! Touchdown, Aggies! It's a much-needed life for this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in. And great start. Keep chipping away.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a look at the stats and what has been a high-scoring early part of this game. No reason to think so far we won't see plenty more offense on display, or will the defense find an answer as we start the 2nd quarter? And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First play of the period, 1st down here. To throw, it's Levitt. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Aggie! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field, and oftentimes he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he made the extra point without problem. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Berry. They forced ahead just a bit, not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Slings it. Lost, the defense is wide open. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I think the quarterback could have found somewhere else to go with the football on that one. His intended target was not open. As a result, easy incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Got some room headed to the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Powers through the defender. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Now here's Reed. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He takes a chance and fires it across the field. He's got it down the left side. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early.
And I would argue that's one of the most difficult things to play as a defense, is those second plays when they start to get outside the pocket. He does a great job buying time. And that, what does he do when he rolls out? It gets his receiver a chance to get down the field more, and then he chucks it downfield for the big completion.
A&M comes back out with another 1st down. Reed. Oh, they're after him. Fires to the tight end. He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on 1st down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Running inside. It's Owens. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Texas A&M going up tempo. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? 4th down, Reed. Using the quick game. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers. Guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes over from Alabama. This receiving core now, can they continue to grow? Can the passing game get better, Palmer, and take that next step?
Well, the good news is you still got Marcel Reed throwing the football, right? A guy with tons of experience and a guy who's made a lot of big plays throughout his career. So you bring in Horton, who comes over for Alabama. Big physical guy who can make plays down the field. Craver can take a hitch route 80 yards and score. Still a really good 1-2 punch in the Aggies offense, especially their passing attack. Still going to be tough to stop.
Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Deafening noise. Reed trying to cut through it. Quickly complete. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Aggies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Unloads quickly. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they take it in for 6 more points. Boy, these offenses are just making it look easy.
Defense optional in college football nowadays. So many weapons, so much speed on the field, so hard to defend. Defense, I don't know how you play it. I really don't. Just try to get a stop. Beg for one, please.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wide receiver going in. Nowhere to go on that one. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The offense changing the play. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
And you could tell he thought he had his receiver down the field to make a big play. But how about the defender? Great job running with the receiver, turning his head, finding the football, knocking it away, and making sure that receiver doesn't get to make the play.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Just needs a crack to get a return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Play fake, Marcel Reed. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Reed. Pressure coming. And they got it.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast. He's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Texas A&M will use its 2nd timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And that is elite 3rd down defense. First of all, you get him in 3rd and long, and then you look to the go-to guy, Jesse. I am committing my resources to him because I know he's a freak, and I know you as a quarterback, you're trying to find that dude.
Yeah, and it's hard, 3rd in California, to convert that. Doesn't matter how good your receiver is, and this dude's obviously one of the best in the country, but the defense, they were all over it, they were ready for it, and they get the big pick.
To the air, it's Levitt. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. He's got it. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. LSU right back to the line. Here's Durham. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. On the ground, it's Owens. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. Timeout called by LSU. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Here's Reed to throw. On the run, still looking. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
In the gun, third down, Reed. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Berry. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and he just has 4 now on the season.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On the move, it's Owens. And he takes this one back to the line of scrimmage, a rather anticlimactic end to the first half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We begin our coverage with Alabama taking on the number 17 team, the South Carolina Gamecocks. And it's the Crimson Tide who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today. And it brings them to a sparkling 4-0 on the year. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Trying to set the tone with the run. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The run inside. It's Durham. Got enough for the first. At midfield, he's got room. Finds some room. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. These guys are really hitting their stride in Week 4 as they push out that lead. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession.
Ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. Complete to the right. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Punch it out of the air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Throwing Reed. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Down in the end zone. The big play there. The defense gets the stop.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
They'll move the wide receiver. On the move at the 30. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Hard-hitting tackle.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
They make the tackle at the 36. Let's see if they bring out the punt team. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on 4th down. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Running inside. It's Owens. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game.